Right, as I've explained.
Oh, hi, Jurgen. Morning. Yeah, that's okay. Sorry. Sorry.
Jurgen, good morning.
Morning.
Tell us a bit about this week coming. You've got a busy week and you've got this training camp. How much are you hoping to get out of it? How important is it for you?
Massively important. Looking forward to it. Absolutely. Got the news information a couple of seconds ago that everybody's fine. Boys coming. Hello. Everybody's coming in time. Got their flights and everything. So from this afternoon on, Shaq, Nabi, Bobby, Mo, and Alisson will be in training, which is great. And so we have that game on Wednesday, but obviously we had to learn in this preseason that we play the games pretty much always a bit in the wrong moment but we had to play them anyway, so it was just another training session. But of course you would like to get a bit more from training sessions than we got, for example, yesterday, apart from a few very useful informations. So we play on Wednesday the game, Lyon, but we have to see how we do that. We organized it months back when we thought, okay, they come back, they can maybe play 10, 20, 30 minutes, whatever, 30 probably. The boys are coming back. Didn't know in that moment that it will be important for Shaq and Nabi as well. So, apart from that, we have to prepare still the season, and not only the game on Sunday, but of course the game on Sunday is the first proper game of the new season, and so we try to be as good prepared as possible.
How much do you feel, from what you've seen over the last few weeks and yesterday in particular, do you feel you need to improve for Sunday specifically, first of all? How much more do you need?
A lot more than we saw yesterday. Of course, we imagine we play against Manchester City, and whatever we saw so far, or could see so far. Okay, they were in Japan, but I think apart from Aguero, pretty much all in. So means it's a different situation. Were good last year, will be good this year. It's the most difficult game to play during a season. We didn't defend counterattacks too well yesterday. We lost the ball in the wrong moments, were not protected and stuff like that. If that would happen against City, you don't have a chance. But we know each other good enough and long enough now that we know that it will be different next Sunday. But yeah, for this we have to talk a few talks and to and we need a few training sessions for sure. It's not about intensity anymore. We had to do intense sessions in the first 3 weeks. When do we want to do it, if not now? So then we played the games in difficult circumstances in America, and now we are here. And how I said, going to Evian was always clear it will be the most important week of the preseason. But after City, we have another 5 days to prepare Norwich, which is exactly as important as a City game, and then Chelsea. So it's a different start to other seasons, but it's our start, and so we take it. It's all good.
Last year, you started the league season so well, and that was obviously built on the preparation that you had in pre-season. Do you feel with all the disruption you've had with the late finish on the 1st of June and the fact that this is an early start, do you feel less in control this year, perhaps, than you were last year?
We didn't feel in control last year. It's not like this. It's always a preseason. It's always you have to do your best, and then you still don't know exactly where you are before you start. And I don't even know what was the last game last year, home game against.
Last season's first game.
Yeah.
West Ham.
Oh, yeah. So West Ham had a couple of new players. Obviously, it was not that day not ready for us. So we were in a different situation that time. But the preseason will come. Are like this. Meanwhile, we plan already preseason for next year, but you have to do pretty early. And when with the two tournaments, 15 players of my squad will not be in the preseason because of Copa and European Championship. But we start again so early. So I don't know exactly how that will work in the future, but it's like it is. We have 1 week together, and Sadio comes there next week. So that's a situation. We can talk an hour about it, but it makes no sense because nobody obviously will change it. So why we should? It's only a waste of time. No, we didn't feel last year in control, but of course, good results in a preseason help to gain confidence. But that's not the most important thing. The most important thing really is that you become the physical skills for for the long season, because during the season we have to prepare pretty much only games. There's not a lot of time to train. So you have to do what you have to do, but it feels not too cool if you then play these strong opponents, of course. And yesterday the game is easy to explain. We lost the balls in the wrong moment, point one. Point two, didn't have right offers offensively, couldn't keep the ball there. Our pressing was not too good. It's so many things. 80% of the things we was yesterday not good, we did in the preseason brilliantly in all the sessions. So that's not a way. It was not only not there yesterday, because you need specific things in a game to feel right and to have the right timing and rhythm. So we have time to improve that, and that's what we'll do.
Are you pretty confident Bobby, Alisson, Salah, they'll feature on Sunday?
No, I don't know. I have to see. It should maybe make sense that I see them first. Yeah.
Juliet, and then we'll go to Gavin next.
Jurgen, you say it's a proper game, but it still is a pre-season friendly, the Community Shield. But because of the rivalry between you and Manchester City...
Sorry, is it a pre-season friendly? That's how you see it in this country, or what? I only need to know that. Nobody told me that so far.
Competition. Curtain raiser.
Yeah, curtain raiser.
Oh, a curtain raiser.
It's very glamorous.
Is it?
Because it's Manchester City against Liverpool. So is that like a good test to put yourself against with the season starting the following week?
After all I said, it would not be too cool if I don't think that we can expect to play our best game next Sunday, best game of the season. So that's how it is with the preseason we had, but we have a long season after that. So, but that's not about that. It's about winning a football game, and that's what we'll try. So there are different ways to do that, and hopefully we find one. That's all. I don't know exactly why people play this competition when it means nothing, to be honest. Why we don't cancel it then? Because in Germany I won it 5 times, nobody mentions that, but we played every year. It's like I was thinking, yeah, and then it's the Super Cup. You win it, nobody cares. You lose it, some care. So I will ask exactly how it is for the club, what it will mean in the history of the club. So it's a game. We play against City, and and that's how I said, it's the most difficult game of the season in every season. So you have to be ready, and it's a good test for the things which are there in that moment. And we have to, I would say, we have to make sure that we defend in a pretty good way, because if you don't defend well against City, then you could get a proper knock, and that's not the idea of that game, from our point of view.
Can I ask about Rhian Brewster as well? Because obviously he features stateside a lot. How close is he to getting that place on the bench, being part of that squad on match day this season in the Premier League?
He's close, but it's about, for him, the preseason was the first I think it was the first team preseason for him, if I'm right. Yeah, it was. So after a long injury, it's all intense. Started really well, then the preseason knocked him down. Then you really feel your legs and all that stuff, and then you remember somebody remembers you. That's a different kind of football, obviously. But we are super positive about him. But no pressure. It's not. Hopefully he doesn't make himself pressure. There's no reason for that. Just play as good football as you can, and with the talent he has and the attitude he has, everything will be fine. When it will happen, I don't know. But in a lot of moments of the preseason, it looked really promising or really good. But of course, he had some tired moments as well. Thank God he didn't get an injury. No muscle, nothing. Hopefully he can stay like this, then he can build all the things he needs, and then the future is bright.
Yes, of course you can.
How can Ryan Kent be a general one? Yeah.
You said if Rangers wanted it, they'd have to buy it. Like there's so many loans you can have as a player. So as a manager, just your opinion in general, how many loans can you have as a player before you have to make a decision?
I don't know. It's completely individual, but it's not about going like 5-6 times on loan or whatever. It's just there must be a sensible number of and the perspective and everything. There is no general answer possible. Honestly, it's about the player, individual player, and for Ryan it's like it is, and now we will see what happens.
Just to ask on Ryan what you're talking about. Do you see him being part of the trusted squad when the competitive season starts? Have you had any interest in people buying him? If you say you want that more?
I don't know in the moment. I don't know. It's okay. We closed the transfer window pretty early, but there's still time, and we will see. I can imagine that, especially here in Scotland, it's a big thing. But we have to. I still cannot answer it. We have to see.
Just go back to the game on Sunday. Because it's Man City, because you're head to head with them throughout all of last season. You feel this is a big game that kind of a statement. The winner will go into the season with a bit of a boost.
All the things I said, I don't want to find excuses before we play them, but we had a completely different preseason. We played a preseason without 6 players. If I now sit here and say that must be the statement for us, I would be completely mad. So we have to be as good as possible that day. I cannot change it. I cannot lie to the people, and no problem making a preseason without 6 players. Yeah, we have to do it. We have to do it. We have to travel. We have to play in America, different circumstances, all these difficult circumstances. That's how it is. But that we had the best preseason of our lives, I cannot say that. And you see that in the results. But you had to. The sessions were good, really good. The games then, from a freshness point of view, came in the wrong moment. But we cannot change that. We have to do what we have to do. The only problem is we do all the games in public. So it means everybody sees what we are doing, and some people get concerned, some people don't. That's how it is. It's all okay. We have to prove ourselves during the season, not in one game. And if I would say this must be the statement for the season, then I would be really a bit mad.
You see this game has been as important for getting yourself ready for the first game of the league season then as
I had nothing to do for me with the rest of the season. It's a game, and even if we have only 8 players available, for example, I would like to try to win it. It's a final. It's the first time that I realized that nobody sees it like that. To be honest, curtain raiser is unbelievable. So we think constantly about the game and how can we prepare it, and then everybody looks like, oh, do they really play? That's not too cool, but it's how it is. We cannot change that as well. So we try to be as ready as possible. That's what I can say. And then if we win it, good. Has it influence on the season? I don't think so. If we lose it, not good. Has it influence on the season? It's not allowed. So then we have another 5 days, but we cannot risk players or whatever. We have to see who we can line up and who will train and who will play. But of course, we have to make sure that we have a lineup that gives us the opportunity to win the game, and that's what we try.
Anything from Glenn, Chris, for the open element? Anything from you, Chris?
Yeah, just to check, there was 3 lads who were on the US tour who didn't travel for yesterday. They know Mohamed, Jones and Phillips. Are they okay, or that will be maybe them out?
They will. We have now players coming back, and so we decided that they don't train with us. Yeah, that's it. Because number of players we have, we don't need the number of players, and they can have now the preseason with U23s having games and sessions. So we have I think 23 or 24 plus goalies in Evian. Would mean these 3 plus Ryan Kent involved would be 28, 29. That's not necessary. So we don't need that big number, and that's why we decided that.